Let's go.
Welcome to The Insights with me, your host, Shobana Hassan. Today, we will tackle a pressing issue that affects many individuals and households. That is, the challenges of debt management. In our world where credit is now more accessible and with the rapid rise of buy now, pay later services, managing debt responsibly has become essential to maintaining financial stability. Debt can sometimes feel overwhelming, but with the right strategies, people can regain control, reduce stress, and work towards a secure financial future. In this episode, we will explore how debt management programs are tailored to support those facing financial difficulties, offering practical steps that help individuals to regain stability. We will also explore the essentials of debt management program, its impact on household debt, and how it can be adapted to meet the evolving financial challenges faced by Malaysians today. For today's episode, we have a special guest with us. And with that, please join me in welcoming Encik Mansor Ali, also the General Manager of Operations and Business Development at AKPK. Encik Mansor has been instrumental in helping individuals and households to regain financial stability through effective debt management solutions. His expertise bridges the realms of financial strategy and practical support, providing invaluable insights into navigating today's economic challenges. Thank you so much, Encik Mansor, for joining us today at The Insights.
Yeah, most welcome, Shabana. Thank you for the long introduction.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. How are you today?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, Encik Mansor, back to what has been highlighted by Aiman earlier. The findings that were shared by Aiman somehow shows the urgent need for an effective debt management solutions. And with that, it is very crucial for us to understand the debt management resources that are available to the individuals who are struggling with that. So maybe with that, Encik Mansor, what you can do is you can share with us some insights on the debt management program by AKPK.
Okay, Shabana. As you earlier mentioned also, you pointed rightly that debt sometimes can be quite overwhelming and it can be out of control. But fortunately, we have our debt management program in the DMP as one of our products. If you look at the list of the AKPK product, you will see that the MP will always be listed at number 3. Below, the first one is financial education, the second one is financial advisory, and the third one will be debt management program. Perhaps that will be the proper sequence of financial journey. So first, you need to go to financial education to educate yourself, equip yourself with all the financial tools and information so that you can be financially savvy. You can make a right financial decision. And if you require further coaching, if you require further guidance, you can always come to our advisory. But if unfortunate event hit you into financial crisis, there is a DMP to assist you navigate through your financial crisis.
So what kind of programs are available at DMP, Encik Mansor?
DMP actually is a tailor-made repayment plan. It is normally under restructuring or rescheduling that we develop in consultation with the customer as well as the credit provider. So in DMP, we will reschedule customer repayment. Typical DMP will include reduction of installment, reduction of interest rate to ease customer cash flow, and in some cases there will also be an extension of repayment tenure to allow a smaller repayment amount. This DMP will be developed to suit, as the name, tailor-made repayment plan. It will be developed to suit the individual borrower and of course it will require concurrent from the credit provider. So here what we do actually is we will develop a repayment plan with the borrower, and we will forward the proposal of the plan to the credit provider for implementation. And in the MP actually we do not take over the loan from the credit provider as some might misunderstood.
So basically, Encik Mansur, what I'm trying to understand is this debt management program is actually a restructuring of the payment plan to ensure these debtors are able to pay their debts to the creditors, right?
Yes, that's exactly what we do in the DMP. And as I mentioned, number one, it involves reduction in installment. This way is to ensure that the customer can make the repayment comfortably. And in a sense, it will also make sure that customer can have sufficient provision for living expenses. And the repayment plan is what is agreed by the credit provider.
Understand. So, Encik Mansur, you did mention earlier that debt somehow can be very overwhelming. Yeah, it is also sometimes can be out of control for the debtors. So, based on your experience, yeah, what are some common reasons for these individuals to experience high indebtedness, and how, with proper financial planning, this can actually help to mitigate the risk that are associated with financial distress?
In terms of high indebtedness, we may define high indebtedness as borrowing beyond means to repay, or some people may call it as highly geared. Financial indebtedness, as we know, might affect into financial distress, and this financial distress can actually escalate to other dimension of distress in terms of social, mental, family, and all that. And we did conduct a survey to our DMP customer who engage AKPK, who are already in financial distress. They engage AKPK, and we did conduct a survey. Our finding, the finding shows that some of the common reason for high indebtedness, number one is high cost of living, about 44% due to cost of living. Perhaps this customer, the income growth may not be aligned with the increasing cost of living. Number two will be poor financial planning. This may be the group who did not actually go through the financial cycle number one and number two. They did not go to our financial education. They did not attend to our financial advisory. And the other common reason will be more severe, which include a failure or slowdown in business. There are some who, due to loss of employment, as well as high medical expenses.
Yeah, you did mention, yeah, one of the reason is job loss, yeah, or even a reduced income that can happen. So maybe you can shed some light here, Encik Mansur, on how these situations like job loss or reduced income can actually contribute to further financial distress, and what is the impact towards an imbalanced debt-to-income ratio on both on individuals' financial well-being.
Okay, how does this unfortunate event can actually lead to or affect the individual financial being? We learn, as you mentioned, customer can come to AKPK for the MP due to unfortunate line event. On this, I would like to reiterate, as a rule of thumb in AKPK in terms of financial education, we promote, what we promote in our financial education is that out of our, for an ideal cash flow management, 10% of our income should be allocated into saving. 50% is for living expenses, and only 40% should be allocated for repayment of debt. Okay, so however, based on our study, those customers who enroll DMP in 2023, what we found out that this customer, their debt service ratio is as high as 95%. That means that instead of 40%, 90% of their income is supposed to be allocated to repayment of loan. Translated to about, for a customer with an income of 100,000, 950 ringgit is supposed to be allocated for loan repayment, and only 50 ringgit is for living expenses. So there will always be a predicament in juggling the allocation of income, which one is priority, whether to the creditor or for living, or to the family for family sustainability. In a way, customer can no longer able to control their financial, and as mentioned, this financial distress may also spark the spectrum of financial wellness. Once loan repayment is defaulted, debt collector will be calling. There will also be possibility of repossession of vehicle, and perhaps there also might be a possibility of auction to the property for living. Family, institution and social life may be affected as well. Therefore, with all this mental agony, some may lose the motivation to live at this point of time.
Thank you, Encik Mansur. So what I can say here, based on what you have discussed, proper financial planning is an essential criteria to ensure customers do not experience financial distress. But at the same time, for customers who have already been into debt and are now suffering from able to pay back their debts, that is when debt management program will come into place to assist them to ensure through the restructuring of their debts or the repayment plans to ensure that these customers are able to pay back their debts on time. Thank you very much, Encik Mansur, for your insightful discussions. We will take a short break and we will be right back.
Let's go! Let's go!
Welcome back to The Insights. In the previous segment, we have talked about what is debt management program, common reasons for high indebtedness, and the impact of imbalanced debt-to-income ratio on individuals' financial resilience. Alright, Encik Mansur, as you have already informed to us quite an in-depth background information on debt management program offered by AKPK. So I would like to further add to that particular information that you have provided. May I know what value does debt management program by AKPK actually bring to the customers, and how does this DMP helps to provide solutions to the customer who are experiencing financial distress to ensure that cash flows are realigned for sustainable payment?
Okay, Shabana, as I've mentioned, actually DMP is dedicated for customer, especially those who are in high indebtedness, those who are already in financial distress. But maybe I should also mention that rightfully, the people who come to AKPK for DMP are those who are ready to find a solution for their problem, those who are ready to handle their problem. Because we may also have a situation where some borrower may have a problem, but they refuse to admit that they are having problem.
Do AKPK actually go out to find these people, or they come to AKPK?
We do have our team to promote our DMP product. This is beside all the promotion that is conducted by our corporate communication department, by our media. You will see later that in terms of awareness about DMP, there are few category of awareness for customers that come to AKPK. Particularly, the main one is from the credit provider, as well as our promotion in terms of our financial clinic, as well as our direct collaboration with agency, government as well as non-government agencies. And there is also awareness from social media. So those customers who are willing to research to find solution, they should come for our DMP. Because some customer may just set aside their problem, hoping that the problem will settle over time, not realizing that the problem will accumulate with the accumulated interest. Because customer can set aside the problem, but the interest calculator will continue running. So in terms of value that we impart on our DMP customer, okay, first of all, we know that those customers who are high indebtedness is already in financial distress. And fortunately in AKPK, we also have our advisory service. So that is part of our added value to customer in distress. They can actually come to us for financial advisory first. They can share their problem with us, even if they are not ready to enroll in the program. At least we are there to lend an ears for their problem. Okay, and then
And somehow this will influence them to enroll themselves into the debt management program.
yes, hopefully,
right? Yes.
hopefully they will make the right decision to enroll into the program to find solution for their problem. So for the customer who enroll in the program, actually the debt service ratio has actually reached to 95%. Those are the population of our DMP customer who enroll in 2023. And on the same customer, we actually managed to reduce their debt service ratio to 40%. Means that over the 1,000 income, as previously 950 ringgit is allocated for loan repayment, we managed to reduce that to 40 ringgit. As per our rule of thumb in our financial education in terms of distribution ratio for our income. There are two methods actually, or two mechanics that we observe in formulating our DMP installment for DMP program. Number one is when we develop a program, we want the program to be holistic, meaning whatever facility that a customer is having, we want all the facility to be handled or to be restructured together to settle the matter totally. And then at the same time, when we include all the facility, whatever excess balance that the customer is having or the net disposable income can be distributed proportionately, or in a way, all the credit provider will have a fair share of the net disposable income. Number two, in terms of developing a customer debt repayment program, it should be cash flow oriented. So whatever installment that we decide for the customer will depend on the customer cash flow. So how we determine that? Number one, we will look into customer income. There should be some supporting evidence for the income. And we will also probe through customer living expenses. How much are their living expenses? This include their expenses for food, child education, petrol, utility, and all that.
You know, Encik Wan, so this program seems to be very interesting and very, very beneficial for those who are really in need, right? So, may I know, how does the industry actually support towards the implementation of this DMP?
Between AKPK and the industry, especially the financial institution, so far in terms of acceptance to our proposal has been very good. There has been very minimal decline by the bank. Okay, even between AKPK and the bank, we have formed what we call as industry working group. The industry working group is a platform where AKPK and the industry, especially bank, to streamline the DMP process. Major achievement has been achieved by this industry working group, if I may say, is about the parameter that is provided by AKPK to formulate the DMP for the customer. So technically, whenever a repayment plan is developed based on this agreed parameter, FI will take the proposal as good for implementation. And I also mentioned that in terms of financial institution cooperation, they actually create awareness, or they actually promote AKPK services to their customer. And from our survey of customers who come to AKPK, we found out that almost 53% of them are aware about AKPK from financial institution.
talking about these strategic collaborations and also achievements thus far, right, Encik Mansor, maybe you can share with us some testimonies that on DMP achievement that you would like to share with us.
In terms of utilizing the DMP platform, we actually in 2023 we did done a collaboration. This one especially with the industry, with the support of our central bank. We actually implement what we call as pre-bankruptcy mandatory referral program. So this initiative require FI before they actually issue bankruptcy notice to the customer. They should issue one mandatory notice to the customer. So this notice is mandatory for the FI to issue to the customer, giving the customer opportunity either to go back to the bank to settle the matter, or they can actually come direct to AKPK for assistance.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
And based on our statistic as of now, we have actually 2,500 customers who actually came direct to AKPK, who are now actively in the DMP. So in a way, if we look at this data, it shows that this customer, the 2005, may have gone into bankruptcy if they are not coming back to AKPK. Okay, so this 2,500 is aside from those customers who actually came back to the bank for solution at the bank end.
Okay, thank you very much, Encik Mansor, for your insightful information. We will now be taking another break, but we will leave you with a short testimonial video from our DMP clients.
Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Insights. Encik Mansor, before we end our discussion for today, I would like to ask you, what are the benefits that have been attained by the clients of DMP?
Okay. As we realign the cash flow, a customer will have a reasonable repayment term, meaning now they are paying the loan comfortably, paying the loan while having sufficient provision for their living expenses. The other features or the other benefit of the MP is that once the MP is implemented, moratorium on legal action will stop immediately. So meaning once the DMP implementation is started, there will be no more legal action, because some customer who came to AKPK, they actually came with some legal action. At one point of time, maybe there is a judgment obtained or bankruptcy notice issues, auction date fixed and others. So once the DMP started, legal action will stop immediately. And last, for customer who enroll into DMP, they will no longer have to go to all the individual bank to pay their debt. Now their payment is centralized at AKPK, payment through AKPK collection account. They pay into AKPK collection account, and AKPK will distribute to the respective financial institution. So that is for the customer. To the bank, of course, they will receive a payment every month. It is a win-win situation to a customer as well as to the credit provider.
Okay, Encik Mansor, on your final note, I would like to ask, what are your desires or goals for the DMP program in the future?
Okay, as we know, our major credit provider in the DMP are financial institution. So technically, all this loan and all this loan that is overwhelming, all this loan that is problematic, reside at the financial institution. We do have some financial institution who actually do a program with AKPK for direct referral of their customer to AKPK. So in a way, these FI are also assisting their customer via our DMP. So the financial institution will either do a direct collaboration in terms of financial clinic as well as open day with the customer. And we do, AKPK, we do provide a platform for FI to refer customer to AKPK via AKPK FI linkage, as we call it. So we have financial institutions who actually actively doing program to promote the MP. So I hope that in future or immediately there are more financial institutions who can actually participate in this program to actually assist their customer before their condition turn into worse. And there we also have some employer who actually done a proactive program to assist their customer who are in high indebtedness. So I believe after financial institution, maybe employer are the party who should know who are their employee who are actually now in financial distress.
That's true.
So we have some employer who done a proactive program. They actually done in-house program. They invite AKPK to actually have a financial clinic with their employer to address the matter amicably. And then to the customer themselves, okay, based on our statistic now, only 20% of customers are actually aware of AKPK services from friend and relative. So I hope those who knows AKPK, those who have engaged AKPK and the benefit that AKPK can impart to the public can actually socialize the DMP program so that other people will also benefit from this program.
Thank you very much, Encik Mansor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have already come to the end of our discussion. To recall, we have talked about the challenges and strategies surrounding debt management in Malaysia, and we've also explored the significant impact of AKPK's debt management program, DMP, and the various ways it can be enhanced to better support individuals, especially our youth, in navigating their financial challenges. A special thanks to Encik Mansor Ali for sharing your knowledge, for sharing your valuable insights and expertise on these pressing issues.
Most welcome.
Your knowledge helps to shed light on the importance of continued efforts to address household debts and also improve financial literacy in our communities. We appreciate you, our viewers, for tuning in and engaging with us. And remember, financial well-being is a journey, and together we can make a difference. We look forward to seeing you again in our next episode. Until then, take care and stay informed.
Let's go.